Ladies and gents, the sun will come out tomorrow. No, 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 the sun will come out right now. Here we are in Szentendre, or as it was known in the days of the Romans, Uctizia Castra, the wolf fort, as Farkas Erud. Now we pop out onto Paprika Biro Utsa, right at the cusp of the downtown. Paprika Biro, Peppercorn Street. You can see the church tops poking out into the sky. Oh, what a charming, charming village, Szentendre. You know, I've lived now in Leanfalu, right next door, for the past year and a half. And I have to say, Jonapot, this is truly one of my favorite Jonapot places in the world. We won't be able to cover nearly everything today, but we'll take a little stroll through and see what we do find. Jonapot. And here we come down onto the Macskaku, as they call it in Hungary, the cobblestones, the cat stones. There's so much to see and do. Look at this map right in the downtown. We've got the Duna there, and just the litany of activities and museums, churches, monuments, museums, exhibitions, all within this charming village. And there we can see the children frolicking along the Bükkös Patak. Now this brook, the Bükkös Patak, used to be called the Apors Patak, named after Apor, who was a military chieftain during the early 11th century, the time of St. István, King Stephen. Now right here we come to Dumsta Yenu Utsa. And who was this Dumsta Yenu? Well, here he is, a very handsome young man, Dumsta Yenu. He lived in this house. He lived in this very house. He was the mayor of Szentendre, actually the first mayor in the town. And he was integral to the building up of the Serbian community in Szentendre. For Szentendre has always had a big Serbian population, at least stretching back to the vacuum that was created in the wake of the Turkish era, when much of this area was depopulated. Dumsta Yenu, the first mayor of Szentendre. All over the city we have these charming pockets and hidden alleyways to explore. Look at that. It's truly a medieval vibe here. You can't really place Szentendre in terms of style. It's really its own thing. Quite idiosyncratic. It's got touches of the Baroque, touches of the Renaissance, touches of the medieval, touches of the classical. Oh, what's going on there? Cleaning some stuff out. You got it all. Ah. And now we have St. John the Baptist Catholic Church. Now there's been a church here on this site, well situated at the top of the hill, for an incredibly long time. Many, many centuries. But it's been destroyed several times in the 13th century, then again during the Ottoman era, and finally rebuilt thanks to the generosity of the Zichy family for the prayers of the Dalmatians who came to settle here. The Serbs, of course, had their Orthodox churches, and the Dalmatians from modern-day Croatia, they were Roman Catholics. Hey, what's going on? How you guys doing? Up to no good? Eh? Ado játokuse, hogy roppant módon felnövekedvén. Az Istent is, aki végtelenség, valahogyan megközelítsétek. József Attila. Look at the tops of the buildings. Oh, yes. You really get lost back in time. And there we can see the Serbian Orthodox Church with its signature red siding. Well, look who we found here on the backside of the St. John the Baptist Parish Church. We've got Petufi Shandor. Nagyoncini Shandi. Nagyoncini. And here we can see it, the beautiful sides of the Serbian Orthodox Church. That classic red color. It's always stuck out to me. You know, Nikola Tesla, he actually stayed on the grounds here during his time in Budapest. And there is the church bell. Oh, nagyon szép. Oh, just absolutely stunning. Stunning facility. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Ooh, let's see what we can see snaking through here. This is one of the things that really stands out about Szentendre, is these narrow, winding, cobblestone, smoke-filled alleyways with old touches of history. On every walk through, you find something new. And these perfect pockets of light. It's why Szentendre has always been a haven for artists and painters, such as Vaida Lajos, the famous interwar surrealist who immortalized the town in many of his colorful, fantastical works. Pink pastels, yellow, and these deep mustard colors. An old, I don't even know what to call this, some sort of, who knows? Just wonderful. Just wonderful. Rab Rabi there. Who was Rab Rabi? So Rab Rabi, he was a literary hero from a yokai Moore novel who represented the struggle of the impoverished masses. Rab Rabi. Another famous painter, writer, graphic designer, jack of all trades, master of many, who called Szentendre home, was Santo Imre Festumuves Iro, 1925, 1925, all the way up till 1998. Same year my father died. Huh. And he lived in this house, which is a Dalmat house, a signature Dalmatian style building. And during the communist era, when obviously much of the arts were suppressed, Santo Imre was one of those who really led the charge of keeping artistic inspiration alive in Hungary. And Szentendre was one of his very favorite themes. And you can see why. I mean, you're really spoiled for choice among these streets. We mentioned before that there has been a big imprint left on Szentendre by the Serbs, by the Dalmats, by the Slavic settlers. And this is because Szentendre became largely depopulated during the Turkish era. Of course, the Turks were here in Hungary between the Battle of Mohacs in 1526 until liberation was finally secured in 1699. And that 150-year period really depopulated a lot of this area around Budapest and the rest of central Magyarország. And in 1690, there was a huge wave of Serbian immigration. And here at the top of the Samar hedge, the Donkey Hill, we have the Dalmat Samar, the Dalmatian donkey, a delightful local establishment. If you're hungry for a bite to eat, make sure you stop by. Ilyen gyűrű, hello. Szia, hogy vagytok? Jó? Nagyon gyönyörű a kilátás.
Igen.
Az a Samarhegy?
Itt szebb, gyere ide le. Ez a ház.
Tessék? Ut templom.
Not one.
Honnan való vagy?
New Yorki vagyok.
Tudtam. Így
Igen.
legyen ötösöm a lótón. Tudtam,
Cuki.
hogy amerikai.
Nagyon cuki. Hogy hívnak a kutya?
És te hogy beszélsz?
Hogy hívják a kutyát?
Charlie.
Károly. Charlie kutya. Károly a kutya. Nagyon örülök, a Willy vagyok.
Milyen?
Willy, mint a
Willy.
Vilmos.
Nicole.
Margot, Neki.
Susan.
Ah, köszi szépen. Well, look who we got here. Actually, I don't know who that is, but looks like he's having a good time. Oh, it's really the smells that get you most of all in this town. Everyone thinks that Bartok Bela Ut is in Budapest, but the real Bartok Béla út is in Szentendre. Here we got Béla Csaba. Look at him, Béla Csaba. He was a very famous Hungarian artist. And this statue was by Imre Varga, the also very famous Hungarian sculptor. Csaba Béla, Csaba, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. He introduced a lot of post-impressionist styles into Hungary, such as Fauvism, Cubism, Expressionism, really at the cutting edge, early 19th century, associated with the Eight, that school of famous Hungarian painters. Now we come to one of my favorite hidden gems in town, the Japanese Garden, a peaceful oasis filled with lovely Zen elements. The Japanese Garden. Oh yes, so gorgeous in the resplendent evening light. Peaceful as you could ever want. Are those some koi fish in there? I do believe I see some koi fish. My. How do you do, my friend? All right, we're gonna pop down by the river and then call it quits. There's too much to cover in one episode. Szentendre, it's gonna become a theme for me, just as it has been for many artists in the past. I don't know if all of them would necessarily approve of my particular brand of art, but I do create in the way that I know best. And Szentendre lifts the spirit and the soul of any artist. How could it not? How could it not? With this lighting. Hey, what's up? How you guys doing? Mizu. Hogy vagytok? Mizu. And of course, no trip to Szentendre would be complete without a wander along the Duna Corso. Oh, a more splendid slice of riverfront real estate I perhaps have not ever known. We see the island, the Seagate, over that away, a short ferry's ride for further exploration. But look at this, folks, look at this. The Duna Corso of Szentendre. Well, my battery is just about to exhaust. But I just want to say thank you to this gorgeous, wonderful, historical town, filled with culture, filled with art, filled with atmosphere and beauty, and everything else that's good and right with the world. Here we have the German photo bombers. And what's your kutya's name, your dog?
It's Maya.
Maya. Oh, she's gonna be the star of the next episode, Maya.
Wow. Say hello, Maya.
Hello, Maya. Hello, Maya. Oh,
sorry.
no, it's okay. Ich heiße Wilhelm. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Szép napot mindenki. Szép napot. Hasta kurva király. Hasta kurva király. Hasta kurva király, menj zsír.